A lot of people think that you can get a divorce without going to court, that if the parties just agree on everything, that they can write up their own paperwork and that they don't have to follow any kind of legal process, and that is incorrect. There is definitely a process to be followed to get divorced, whether it's an amicable divorce or whether they're fighting on everything. Everything starts with paperwork. Paperwork has to be filled out. The other party has to be served by a marshal, even if it's what we call friendly service, which means the marshal gets their cell phone number that we provide to them and they've arranged a mutually convenient time and place. They still actually have to get the papers from a marshal, not from the spouse or somebody else. The paperwork then gets returned to the court, and then there is a 90-day waiting period that is automatic, that's per statute, that people have to wait to get a divorce. So even if they have a full agreement on day one, court can't grant you a divorce until after the 90th day. So most of the time during that 90 days are spent, from an attorney's perspective, we gather information during that time period. We look at the financials, we talk with our clients, we establish any temporary orders that need to be made during that time while the divorce is pending. Some people don't have orders while the divorce is pending, some people need them. And then we negotiate an agreement after, the parties have talked. We hopefully reach an agreement, and then around the 90th day you have to let the court know if you have an agreement or if you don't have an agreement. If you don't have an agreement, you have to let the court know what you disagree on in general. And then that's it. If you have an agreement, then shortly after 90th day you get a court date, and you have to make sure you have all the paperwork in order and you get before the judge eventually, and if you have everything done correctly, the judge will grant you your divorce. If you don't have an agreement, then the court starts to set pre-trial scheduling procedures that you then have to go to in order to try to settle, or they'll put you on the trial track and eventually you'll have a trial date.